there you guys, it is me, Random Josh, and I'm back again with another Random Monday video. And today we're actually going to be talking about some LGBT geographical issues, basically. So for those of you who don't know, this month is LGBT History Month, so you know, I wanted to talk to you about how far we've come, and just to kind of say, because this is the year that we are talking a lot about geography and like around the world, how far we've come around the world and things like that, I just wanted to say, as much as it is good to know how far we have come, it's also good to know how far we've still got to go, because yes, we have done amazingly. Like, there is so much more acceptance in a lot of different countries now for LGBT people, and it's phenomenal how far we have come in the short space of time. However, there is still a lot of work to be done, so I'm actually going to be going into a list that I have found online from stophomophobia.com, and they basically broke down, I think it's around 70 odd countries where there are actually laws against LGBT people. So a lot of these are kind of common knowledge, but some of these are actually a little bit like surprising. So I thought it'd be interesting to kind of go through these and, you know, highlight where things that we don't often look into, you know. So I'm gonna have to look at my phone for this. I'm so sorry, because there are so many countries and things, and I'm not going to be able to remember like 70 odd countries. So we're going to start in the African region. So we've got Algeria, Angola, Botswana, Burundi, Cameroon, Comoros, Egypt, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Gambia, Ghana, Guinea, Kenya, Liberia, Libya, Malawi, Mauritania, Mauritius, Morocco, Namibia, Nigeria, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Somalia, South Sudan, Swaziland, Tanzania, Togo, Tunisia, Uganda, Zambia, Zimbabwe. That's a whole lot of countries just from Africa alone. That's 33 countries. And I'm sorry, just to begin as well, if I pronounced any of those incorrectly. My geography skills are really bad, but that is a whole lot of countries. The laws are not specific, but apparently these have anti-homosexuality laws, and obviously they all have different laws, but these are like the ones that are like just don't accept it and have a lot of laws based around them. So moving on now, we also have Asia and the Middle East. So we've got Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Brunei, Daesh, India, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Lebanon, Malaysia, the Maldives, Myanmar, Oman, Pakistan, Palestine, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Sri Lanka, Syria, Turkmenistan, the United Arab Emirates, Uzbekistan, and Yemen. Again, that's a whole load of countries that have laws that are against the LGBT community, and it's shocking to an extent, really, because, you know, you may know people that come from these countries and they can be the loveliest people, but like the country as a whole don't accept us, and we need to change that perception. So anyway, again, moving on now to the Americas. A little less with these, but there's still a few. So we've got Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Dominica, Grenada, Guyana, Jamaica, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Trinidad and Tobago. So again, that is a decent amount of countries from America. Like, I know Central America and stuff like that, they've all kind of come together and have helped a lot, but that's still a load of countries that don't accept us. And looking at the way America's going now, I don't know how long that's going to last out there anyway, which is so sad to see. But we have to keep kind of fighting and pushing forward and showing the world that we deserve equality. Like, we are just human beings that are the same as anyone else. We just want to feel love, we want to feel equal to everyone else. We don't want to feel belittled, just like you guys don't want to feel belittled. So we need to come together and just make the world love. So there are actually a couple of countries here from Oceania as well. So you've got the Cook Islands, Indonesia, Kiribati, Papua New Guinea, Samoa, Solomon Islands, Tonga, and Tuvalu. So again, this is not a huge amount, but Oceania is not the largest of continents in the world, so it's understandable that they do have less. So the fact just that they have as many as they have, it's still quite shocking. So yeah, it's very sad to see that we are still fighting for 70 odd countries just to accept us for who we are. Now, Europe, there are no country in Europe has a law against homosexuality. However, there are countries that do have some laws against homosexuality, but it's not as prevalent, I guess, and not as intense as you can't be yourself. So Russia actually have an anti-gay propaganda law which states that you can't show any kind of homosexuality to minors. So anyone under a certain age cannot be subjected to anything of the LGBT community. And Lithuania as well, they also have a similar law which came in 2015, and they've also been debating on laws, but they have not been yet finalised on whether people who kind of PDA basically. So if you're out and about and you see someone who is engaging in a public display of affection, who is part of the LGBT community, they see it as it defying traditional family values, and therefore they are potentially debating up having a law against that. But I think that's pretty much all of the kind of countries that we can really go over. There are obviously a few more out there that we may have brushed past, but it just goes to show you that there is still a lot of hatred towards the LGBT community, and we still have a very long way to go. So as much as this month is about celebrating how far we've come through the world, and getting the acceptance in Australia was amazing, and getting it out in America was great, and here in the UK having the acceptance is amazing, but obviously we are still not 100% safe. So of course we can't please everybody in the universe, because that's not how the world works, you know. There are always going to be people behind you and people that want to see you fail, but we just want to feel global acceptance. At that time, as soon as we get global acceptance, we will feel normal again and feel like we don't have to hide and don't have to be a different person just to please someone, because at the end of the day, that is what happens to many LGBT people out there, whether they're young, old, whoever they are. People are hiding because they're so scared, and it's dreadful to think of it. But anyway, you guys, I think I've rambled on enough, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to be checking out loads of other people's. I'm sure there are many other creators are also doing their own LGBT History Month posts, so make sure to check out all of theirs and see what everyone else has to say about this month. And also, don't forget, it's also Black History Month. Of course, I didn't want to speak of that because I don't know the feeling of that, but also I want to show my support to anyone of colour, so I hope you have a lovely Black History Month also. So anyways, I will see each and every one of you guys in the next video. Peace out, bitches!